there was a men's group in a church in Florida that studied through Heaven for Kids. Because they said, hey, you know what? This is on our level.
Yeah.
Because I've joked with a number of men about this, because there was a man in my church that came up when the Treasure Principle came out. And he held it up to me. He says, at last you've written a book that even a man can read.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, we'll get it. When it comes out in Scratch and Sniff, we'll give you a copy of that one. But, men can read big books and do love sometimes reading big theology books. But it is true that some guys are oriented toward the very small book.
I've been actually surprised, too, at the age levels of readers that we hear from. Amazed. I mean, some 10-year-olds who've read the Heaven book.
Right.
And definitely your fiction books.
Right. The novel Deception, which I never would have pictured a young person reading, and one of your granddaughters.
Oh my goodness, it's her favorite book. She's read it 3 times. She knows all the characters, knows all the lines. She absolutely loves it.
Years ago, I was speaking at Covenant Life Church in Gaithersburg, Maryland, where Josh Harris is a pastor now. C.J. Mahaney's been a pastor there in the past. And after the message, I had a young boy. He was probably, I'd say he was 12 years old, maybe a 6th grader. So he comes up to me and he says, of all the books you've written, my favorite is Dominion. And he looks at me and he says, I've read Dominion 6 times. And I said, Dominion is the biggest book I've ever written. For him to have read that book 6 times just blew me away.